Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and today we're going to be learning everything we need to know about Harrow in Warframe. Hey guys, welcome to the 6th episode of the Everything You Need to Know About guide for Warframe. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the priest frame known as Harrow. As always, before we jump into everything to know about Harrow, it's worth keeping in mind that everything that I say in this video can eventually become outdated, so in the description below there's links to updated videos and other accurate sources of information. If anything changes, I'll most likely have a video on it. While you're down in the description below, there is a link to my 1000 Platinum monthly giveaway. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is click the link, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, then follow me and the @PlayWarframe account on Twitter, and boom, you have 4 entries into 1000 Platinum giveaway. Harrow, in my opinion, is one of the better designed frames within Warframe. I have a lot of fun playing Harrow because he's like the perfect frame for long endurance runs like defense and survival missions. I just wish he was released in a time in the game where doing endurance runs were actually rewarding. Jumping into Haro Stats at level 30, Harrow has 300 health, 450 shields, 150 armor, 150 energy, a 1.0 sprint speed, a D and a dash polarity in his main modding section, and finally a dash in his aura. At the time of making this video, Harrow does not have a prime version, but if it does get released in the future, there will be a link in the description below to a video similar to this one taking a look at him. To acquire Harrow, you must first complete the quest known as the Chains of Harrow quest, which you can obtain from the Red Veil Syndicate in any relay after completing the War of In quest. Upon completing this quest, the player will be rewarded with the Harrow Blueprint. You can get Harrow's neuroptics from the node Pago on the Cuba Fortress. This is a spy mission, so try to get all 3 data vaults. You can get his chassis by killing corrupted Void Fisher enemies, which is found in any Void Fisher mission, and then you can get the systems by playing defection missions that are located on Saturn and staying until rotation C. Ooh. To craft Harrow, you're going to need a total of 70,000 credits, 25,000 ferrite, 25,000 salvage, 20,000 alloy plates, 4,000 polymer bundle, 2,500 circuits, 2,000 plastids, 2,000 cuva, 1,500 rubido, 1,000 cryotic, 800 oxium, 15 control modules, 5 working cells, and finally 5 neural sensors. It's really interesting including the crafting requirements for all the frames, as you'll notice the more recent frames added into the game have heftier crafting requirements compared to the older frame releases. Moving on to Harrow's abilities now, his first is known as Condemn. Using this ability will cause Harrow to swing a thurible forward to cast a spectral after image of chains along the ground for 20 meters. Any enemies caught within the chains will be held still for a total of 6 seconds. Every enemy that you chain will grant Harrow 150 shields that can stack into his overshields. The amount of shields that you can get back is affected by power strength mods, the wave distance and size of the wave is affected by power range mods, and then how long the enemy stay chained up for is affected by power duration mods. Harrow's second ability is known as Penance. This ability will make Harrow sacrifice all of his shields and overshields to gain a 35% fire rate and 70% reload speed bonus. While this ability is active, 5% of any damage dealt by Harrow will be converted into health for Harrow and his allies within affinity range. The ability has a base duration of 4 seconds plus an extra 1.25 duration for every 100 overshields or shields sacrificed. Lifesteal on hit, weapon fire rate, and reload speed bonuses are affected by power strength mods. Base duration and bonus damage is affected by ability duration mods, however the range of the ability is not affected by power range mods. If you have the Mending Unity focus skill in the Vazarin skill tree, it will increase your base affinity range while also increasing the range of this ability. You can keep on sacrificing your shields to up the duration of this ability, eventually capping out at 120 seconds of duration. Harrow's third ability is known as Furball. With this ability, Harrow will channel out energy into his Furball. Based off how much energy you channel into your Furball will determine how much energy you get back per kill once it's charged. Killing an enemy by shooting them in the head will provide the player with double the energy back. Any allies within 20 meters of Harrow will also receive energy back as Harrow gets kills. The range is affected by power range mods. This buff will last for 35 seconds, the range being affected by power range mods, and then finally the amount of energy you get back per tick of energy drain is affected by power strength mods. Harrow's final ability is known as Covenant. This ability will cause Harrow to become immune to all incoming damage for a total of 6 seconds. While Harrow is immune, he will absorb all incoming damage. This damage will then be converted into an additive critical chance bonus that will cap out at 50% extra crit chance once you absorb 2,000 damage or more that will last for 12 seconds. The amount of time that you're invulnerable for and how long your crit buff lasts for is affected by power duration mods, and the base crit chance and extra critical chance percentages are affected by power strength mods, whereas the damage prevented and headshot multipliers are not. As mentioned before, Retaliation's critical chance is capped out at 50% on body shots and 200% on headshots. Covenant has an augment for it known as Lasting Covenant. This augment will extend the duration of the crit chance buff you get from casting Covenant by 3 seconds for every headshot you get, stacking up to a total of 300% extra duration. You can acquire this mod from the Arbiters of Hex's Syndicate at the rank of Maxim, or from the Red Veil Syndicate at the rank of Exalted for 25,000 standing. There will most likely be other augments made for Haro in the future. If those augments come out, there will be links to videos I've made on them in the description below. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at Haro's build, and this is going to be a hard build to sort of explain to you guys, because literally every mod that I have thrown on here is to benefit, like, all of his abilities. Because he's that well designed, like, all of his abilities work well with one another, that, like, every mod that you throw on should be, like, buffing up every single ability, with, like, the exception of maybe, like, if you're throwing on Intensify, because Intensify doesn't really help out, like, your first ability, for example, but it helps out all of your other abilities, and it's going to work that way for most of the mods that we have on here. So, like, you know, if I throw on a duration mod, it's simply to just up the duration of, like, all of my abilities. That's as simple as I can explain it. But okay, so let's just get into it. Intensify, Pyre Drift, and Transient Fortitude for Pyre Strength to buff up the effects of all of our abilities. So our second, our third, and our fourth, we're going to get bonuses to those abilities because we have these 3 mods on. Constitution, Prime Continuity, and then kind of Lasting Covenant to up the duration of all of our abilities, because if you guys remember, Constitution, Prime Continuity, they will affect your 1, 2, 3, and your 4, so it affects all the abilities. And then Lasting Covenant thrown on here so we can extend the duration of our crit chance bonus when we're getting headshots, because if we're getting, like, a higher crit chance bonus, or, like, you know, crit chance in general, you're going to be shooting the head to get that 8 times damage multiplier. So this augment synergizes really, really well, right? So you definitely want to have this on. Vitality's on here so we can take a lot of damage, obviously. Prime Flow for our energy, and then Corrosive Projection on here because, like, if I'm playing against armored enemies, I want them to die. You can, like, pretty much put anything on here, but Corrosive Projection to take away 30% enemy armor just makes more sense to me, really. So I'll show you guys how to play Haro now. And it's just all about keeping all of your abilities up at the one time. So we'll spawn in just a few heavy gunners. We'll spawn in about 5 heavy gunners just to begin with. And we'll make them level 110. Simply because that's, like, the enemy level that, you know, they'll spawn in at sorties, right? So what we're going to be doing with Haro is we're going to be focusing on keeping our energy up, also keeping our health up so we don't die, while increasing our shields. So what we want to do, in my opinion, to begin with, is you want to get your shields up. So you can spam your 1 through surfaces like that, then that chains all the enemies up. Then you can sacrifice your shields with your second ability, and then you want to go ahead and activate your third ability, you know, get as much energy channeled into this as you like. So we'll just go for 20 to begin with, and then we can jump into these enemies, take about 2,000 damage. That'll give us our max bonus. Now you chain all the enemies up again, sacrifice your shields again once you have all the enemies chained up, like so, and then just aim for the head. Oh, that guy knocked me over. Feels bad. And then just kill them. It's really as simple as, and if you're doing it right, you should be able to keep your energy, your health, and this buff up, like, forever, you know? That's basically it, because you're going to be getting double energy back from the amount of energy that you channeled into your Furball if you're landing those headshots. You're going to get more duration on your Covenant if you're getting those headshots when, you know, your crit chance bonus is active. And then if you keep on chaining up the enemies as they spawn, let's say in like a T4 defense or any interception or defense map, you just keep on spamming your 1, you can get your overshields and then keep your second ability up for like a super long time. So basically what you can do is you can spam your 1, get 120-second duration on your 2, and then keep on recasting your 3, so you get that energy back at all times. So you can, like, channel as much energy into this as you want, and then sometimes you can get, like, all of your energy back. Like, you can restore your entire squad's energy with, like, the space of 2 kills or whatever, and it's just all about keeping that 4th ability up, and really that is all there is to know of Haro. Use crit weapons, obviously. Any crit weapon in the game, Soma, Dread, Twinger Kata, Axe Stilettos, Axamati, anything that has a moderate crit chance to high crit chance is definitely a must use. High crit damage multipliers, definitely. Even the Opticore, like, you're going to get increased fire rate and stuff like that. And some other advice I could give, like, if you're playing in a Void Fisher mission, bring the Tigris Prime. Because if you're getting that Void Fisher buff once you get your 10 reactants and you have unlimited ammo in your Tigris Prime, plus extra fire rate, it is crazy. Plus, you're getting the crit from your Covenant as well. It's mind-blowingly, like, powerful. So, pick up Haro. Definitely, like, go out of your way to mod him. I'll show the build again. Go out of your way to get the mods. Go out of your way to get Lasting Covenant, because Lasting Covenant is such a big, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a must-have. You have to get this because it makes Haro go from like mediocre to one of the best frames in the game. Just this one augment right here. It's a game changer. Whenever it comes to killing Eidolons, you might want to opt for a little bit more duration, or maybe even a little bit more range if you want to like heal your allies, or you want to get more duration in your buffs so you don't have to keep them up or like monitor them as much. That's definitely down to you. This is the build that I use for hunting Eidolons, and it works quite well, at least in my opinion, but I'm usually playing either Volt or Chroma. But yeah, this is what you use, and it's crazy powerful. So go ahead, check it out. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure to check out the links in the description below in my social media and stuff like that for, to stay updated with whenever I upload. There'll be another video tomorrow, 6 p.m. GMT. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.